Elon Musk buys Twitter and everyone is going crazy. I still love TikTok, okay? I love TikTok, but TikTok has a huge problem. And this problem is not just a problem for me, it's a problem with a lot of people that I know. A lot of people, okay? If it was just with me, yeah, I'll still be talking about it. But the fact that it's also happening with so many other people that I know directly and people that I don't even know directly, the fact that it's happening with so many people lets me know that it is definitely a problem. And if TikTok doesn't get it together, I'm afraid that they are going to ruin their own platform, okay? And what is this problem? This problem is the problem of shadow banning, okay? What is shadow banning? Everyone still thinks that shadow banning is some conspiracy theory. It's not a conspiracy theory. Okay? This is a setting in the algorithm, okay? You know, and it's sad because TikTok is such a good platform. Such a good platform. It's one of the only social media platforms right now that you can organically start off with 0 followers and reach tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, and even millions of followers organically. Okay. And it is my assumption. I'm going to tell you why I think TikTok is shadow banning. But before I go there, I want to talk about, this trend that I see with a lot of big companies. It's almost as if big companies become so big and so successful that they hit this plateau, this tipping point, and then one day they mess it up. It's almost as if one day there's a board meeting and someone stands up. Bob always has the great ideas, and Bob stands up one day and he says, "Everybody, I got a great idea." And everybody's like, "Oh my God, Bob has another idea. I wonder what it is." And Bob is like, "You know how we've been successful in the past and up until now?" And everybody's like, "Yeah, Bob, yeah, we've been really successful." And then Bob says, "I have another idea that'll take us to another level." And everybody's like, "Oh my God, this is going to be the best one ever." And Bob looks around at everybody and he says, "Let's sabotage our own success." And the crowd goes wild. "Oh yeah, let's sabotage our own success." And then everybody starts standing up and pitching in on how they can sabotage their own success. Somebody stands up. They're like, "I got an idea. What if we start shadow banning people that don't think like we want them to think?" And then Bob is like, "Great idea. Write that down." And then somebody else is like, "I got another idea. Let's let the person gather hundreds of thousands of followers, okay? And then when they post something on our platform, we're only going to allow them to reach 500 of those followers." And then everybody's like, "Yeah, that'll damn sure get people to cancel their accounts with us." And then somebody else stands up in the back and they're like, "You know what? I got another idea. My name is Sally." And Sally's like, "Why don't we just ban people off of live completely when they're talking about anything? It could be anything. Let's just pick somebody at random, and while they're on TikTok live, let's just like make it to where we shut them off in mid-sentence. And if they ask us why we did it, we just tell them that it was because they violated our community guidelines." This is insane. 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 What's happening with TikTok? Man, I've ran out of fingers because I know so many people, including myself, who know, it's not even a belief, who know they're being shadow banned. Now, there are two type of people that I've met that believe they've been shadow banned, and it's the people, one, that has never had an audience and they never get views no matter what they post. Those people believe they're shadow banned. And I'm not really thinking about those people. You never had an audience, so you really don't have a leg to stand on, in my opinion. But I'm talking about people who actually have an audience, okay? For instance, let me point at myself. Let me be selfish a little bit. I have like 230 something thousand followers on TikTok, okay? When I make a post which is technically the same type of information I've been posting since day one, minus a little political jargon, because I don't talk about politics. But the point that I'm making is I post a post and only 500 people sees the post. And it's almost as if when a video is starting to do good, TikTok just snaps their finger and just stop the reach. Now, why are they doing this? At first, I'm like, I think they're doing this because of who I voted for politically. Okay. I know it's not because I'm black, but there are people that believe they're being shadow banned because they're black. But I'm like, dude, you're not being shadow banned because you're black. Like you have 1 million followers and all of your videos get 20, 30, 40,000 views. Come on, bro. That's not real shadow ban in my opinion. Okay. I don't think it's a color thing. I think it's a content thing. And hear me out. I think, and it just dawned on me today, I think if you stop looking at social media like social media and start thinking about them as networks, okay? For instance, what if one day you turned on the TV? Who does that anymore? But what if one day you turned on the TV and you went to Nickelodeon, and when you got on Nickelodeon's channel, you saw this dude bashing this other guy's head in on UFC, and you're like, man, what the f is this? I thought that was Nickelodeon, right? You wouldn't expect to see UFC on Nickelodeon, okay? What if you went to, Fox Sports or whatever is out there, and you saw people bouncing around with ballerinas and da-da-da-da-da? Well, you would not expect to see that content on that network either, because that network specializes in certain type of content. But with social media, we see it kind of differently, okay? Up until about 2 years ago, social media was just social media. It was where people of all belief systems, people of all genders and race and political backgrounds, it's where everyone just came and dumped their content and just put it out there, and it was fine, But all of a sudden we've started to, they've started to take the traditional method, like some of these, TV networks have taken. Now I think that they want certain type of content on their platforms, and they're willing to sacrifice you, they're willing to sacrifice me. They're willing to sacrifice anything that's not Nickelodeon. You know what I'm saying? And so I really think TikTok is Nickelodeon. And I'm like, oh, I get it. TikTok is Nickelodeon. They want bubbly, fun, not heavy content on their platform, because they can run ads on top of those videos, because, advertisers will feel more comfortable running ads on a platform that doesn't have controversial content on it. You know what I'm saying? Which is dumb, because just because I saw your commercial doesn't mean I believe your business supports the video that's after the commercial. This is crazy philosophy. But I started to understand now, and I do get it. Like some of my content can be a little rough around the edges. I don't think so. I think my content is positive. But if I saw TikTok as a Nickelodeon, then I would truly understand where they're coming from. Okay. Now, that's how I'm looking at it with myself. Okay. That's how I'm seeing it for me. Okay. I can't really speak on anybody else that feels like they're being shadow banned, but I do know from my perspective, and it could be other reasons too. Who knows? I've never been the one that say, oh, it's because I'm black. That right there doesn't even register in my mind. But I know some people do say that, oh, it's because you're black or whatever. And, I don't think that, because there's a lot of white people that I know that have been shadow banned too. A ton. In fact, I know more white people being shadow banned than I know black people that's being shadow banned. So I don't think it's race. I think they're just being picky about what type of content they want to promote. Because if you think about the For You page, the For You page started off as being a page that they thought you wanted to see a page filled with content they thought you wanted to see based off of content you consumed in the past. But now, that was earlier TikTok. Now the TikTok algorithm appears to, the For You page algorithm appears to be different. You know, there's stuff that they believe you want to see, but a lot of shit that's on my profile is not on my timeline, is not stuff I even want to see. Okay. But they still put it there. You know what I'm saying? And it's stuff that I've even told them I wasn't interested in. They still put it there. So it's almost as if now the algorithm is hand selecting stuff it wants you to see. So that could be it. But then, you know, and I'm just thinking out loud here, it could be another variation. It could be because my content suck. I mean, look, I don't get that many views on YouTube. That could be it too. So I'm not acting like I have, you know, the gift of the gab. I could be humble enough to say that, yo, my content could not be there. But to that I say, well, how did I gain so many followers? How do I get so many messages from people that do consume my content, proclaiming to love my content, if that's the case, you know? Another thing is, I just think they're not putting it in front of people. And if you look at the views you get, you know, the views you get is a clear direction of how many people they put it in front of. So if I got 230,000 people following me, but TikTok only puts it in front of 500, then what? And I'm thinking out loud because I'm not afraid to criticize myself. Also, there's another page right beside the For You page called, you know, I think it's called like the people you follow or something like that. I never click on that side. You know what I'm saying? So if I'm not clicking on that side of the people that I follow, then perhaps other people aren't clicking on that side either. And I think the reason is because I want to discover new content, which is why I stay on the For You page more than I stay on the page of the people that I actually follow, because I want to discover new content. But if TikTok isn't allowing my new content to be put out there, now what? And so on the flip side, I just called TikTok Nickelodeon. But on the flip side, I see controversial content going viral all the time. Controversial. You know, I just saw a video this morning on TikTok of a dude that apparently abused a dog, and the people that saw the dude abuse the dog started abusing the dog abuser. They were wearing him out. And that video was viral. You know what I'm saying? So it's TikTok Nickelodeon? What's going on? Okay. And then there's the people that's like, oh, you're a conspiracy theorist. You think that shadowbanning is a conspiracy theory. You know, to those people, hey man, if you want to believe that, cool. I'm not here to prove you wrong. I'm just saying that there's a big problem with TikTok, where a lot of people, not just myself, a lot of people believe they are being held back consciously by TikTok. And I know that sounds really oppressive, but I don't think it's a color thing. Something's going on, because all of these TikTok, experts are like, get the right camera. Okay, I got the right camera. They're like, get the right colors for your background. I'm like, did you see how colorful my background is? They're like, all right, you got to use certain music in your post. And I'm like, bro, I didn't use the whole library of video of what is it? What now? What? The fact of the matter is, we don't know. And I think the people that are getting, get their content in front of the right people, I think, some of that is probably, it could be favoritism. It could be that people like consuming it. It could be a plethora of things. But what I'm getting at here is, if TikTok doesn't get it right, they are going to lose a buttload of followers. The app called Clapper only exists because so many people were being either shadow banned or completely removed from TikTok. Now, I say all that to air out my disappointment with such a great platform. I know, I never thought I would say those two things in the same sentence. But I also understand this. TikTok doesn't owe me anything. They don't owe you anything. They don't owe anybody anything. It's their platform. They control the algorithm. They make the rules. And we're using it for free. Hey, I get in front of 500 followers. I'm cool with that. I only got in front of 2 followers when I was on Instagram. On Twitter, I get in front of nobody. I'm back on Twitter, by the way. Now I'm critiquing myself because I just said a few days ago TikTok was way better than Twitter. Now I'm back on Twitter. Why am I back on Twitter? Because Elon Musk just bought Twitter and he's raving for free speech. So I want to be where I'm going to be. I want to be where I'm going to be heard. I want to be where I'm going to be seen. So I'm not. Thank goodness Jack Dorsey is gone. Jack Dorsey. The greatest thing ever happened to Twitter was Jack Dorsey leaving. Okay. But anyway, I just think that, what's the point of having so many followers if they're not seeing your stuff? What's your excuse? I want to know, what's your excuse? Leave some excuses in the comment section. What do you think is going on? And always remember, I only really want to hear comments from people that actually have a following on the platform. And I know that sounds rude, but I want to know what you think. If you're being shadow banned, or if you think that I'm not being shadow banned, but you have a following, I want to know what you think about it. Leave a comment. What do you think? Tell me in the comment section. To the 2 people that watch this video, master yourself and master the web.